Hello and welcome to How to Mod Star Wars Battlefront 2. Today we'll be going over a Frosty plugin that I've been working on to make mesh importing easier. Um, Previously, the methods were using the local FBX importer in Frosty or using FrostMeshy for those who didn't want to set up all their LOD levels manually. Essentially, this plugin makes the former easier. All you have to do is create your first level of uh, mesh, and then you import that into Frosty. Now, I will show you what that looks like. So first, obviously, you need a mesh. You need it to be rigged, and you need it to be set up for importing into Frosty. The only thing you really need to do is rig it and then name your material slots correctly. Now, the way you do that is you import your model that you're importing over, and you take the names here of the objects and rename yours to those, as I've done here, where they're all LOD 0. You don't need to make 1 to 5 or whatever for your model. Then you export it, and we're going to go, so your scale needs to be 0.01. If your scale in Blender is already 1, make sure you tick selected objects so that you're not exporting anything that doesn't go into this if you have extra in your scene. Click triangulate and tangent spaces, space, just so that you're generating the mesh correctly. And then I like to turn off leaf bones. This is just a thing that I do in Blender regardless. And then export your model. Then on the Frosty side of things, what you need to do is go to this GitHub link that I will put in the description. This is the plugin. You go here, download that, open it in your File Explorer, take it, put it into your Frosty folder in the plugins, paste it. I already have it in here, but I'll override it. And then here it is. You need to do that before you start Frosty. Then we start it up. Once it's open, you'll see here it's listed as a plugin, and I have a little thing here that says it's loaded. And then because we're importing over Veda for this tutorial, that is what I'll be using. And you go to here. Now you don't open the mesh like this, like you normally would to use this import button, because we're not doing that. What you need to do is right click this, go import FBX auto LOD, then it will ask you for your model, as this does too. Click open. All right, then you get same sort of import settings. It asks you for the skeleton, but the other features we have here are your custom decimation ratios. So if you want to use those, you can set this to custom, and then you can decide how ass quality you want your other level of detail meshes to be. I'm just going to go for balanced, and then we're going to set locked border. This stops UV seams from getting broken as much when decimating, so that your lower level meshes still have the textures applied correctly to them. You don't need this, but I like to turn it on, and I thought I'd have this option here for people instead of having it on by default. If you have any issues and you need to report them to me, do that through the GitHub, and if you go through GitHub, it'll show you how to do it. You just need to enable the logging here, and it will print out this big bunch of text that you need to copy and send to me. Now, once you've done this and you've selected the correct skeleton for your model, most characters use this. Click import. Depending on how many material slots you have and how big your mesh is, this will take a second. So what it does is it takes your first LOD level and then duplicates it a bunch and then decimates it. And then you can see here, you can see the percentage it does it by. If you don't like how much it's done these by, you can always re-import and choose a different preset or use the custom ones. And then when you open this, you'll see that your model has been imported. And now obviously, textures are not imported, but if I go like this, you can see that it has decimated it down a lot. So that's just sort of a preference thing, depending on how optimized you want it to be. And there you go. That is how the plugin works. There are some other ones that I'll be making for tutorials for at some point soon. So stay tuned for those, I guess. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm also contactable on Discord. I'll leave my username in the description as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope that you found this helpful.